Hello everyone. We are going to begin lab 6. So this will be the programming lab for the graphics topic we just covered. It will be due at the latest on the last day of the semester. So the last day we have class. I hope it will not take you that long. It's shorter than other labs that we've done. And I've got some cool, fun programs that you can work on when you finish this lab. So I don't think it'll take you that long. You'll see in a second. Let's take a look. So if you're the agenda, you can click here for Lab 6 handout. I just want to, you should read through this entire thing, obviously, from beginning to end before you start. This one is very short compared to the other ones, only 2.5 pages. The one thing I want to point out right now at the beginning before I forget is this bit here. You must do this. To avoid hard coding, define variables like width and height for the width and height of the graphics window object, then specify positions and lengths as fractions of the window or height. To test this, change width and height and make sure everything scales nicely. So when you make your graphics window, before you even write the line that's like win equals graph win in the title, you're going to set a width and a height variable. Maybe it's like 600 for the width, 400 for the height. Everything else in the program is going to be a percentage or a fraction of those width and height variables. That way, if I change it and I say, okay, width is now equal to 1,000 and height is equal to 800, everything in your program will scale. Everything in the graphics window will scale to a bigger window. So you're not hard coding in specific numbers. Yeah, it should scale. And we've seen examples of that in with the forest and whatnot. Okay. So the first program you're going to make is an animated scene, and this one's a little bit different. There's no specific like animation that you need to make. I have some requirements here. So whatever you do for your animated scene, it should have at least 3 different kinds of shape objects: circle, rectangle, and a polygon. Could be a polygon, a line, an oval. You need 3 different kinds of shapes. You need at least 3 different colors in there. There needs to be some user interaction component. So maybe the user is clicking in the window to determine where a shape is going to be located. Or maybe they're going to press a certain key to tell it to start an animation, to stop an animation, to pause it, using the arrow keys to determine the direction of the animation. Really, it doesn't matter, but some user interaction component where the user clicks or presses a key on the keyboard and your program responds and uses that input to affect what they're seeing in the graphics window. An animation, so something's moving, and you should use different functions for each task in the program, and you're going to decide what these are. You should look back at some of the examples. Like when we drew a tree, to draw that particular shape, we had a draw tree function. If it was, say, the crescent moon one, you could have a function that draws the background. So it sets the background color to black, and it draws all those different stars in random locations. So we draw stars, draw moon, trying to break it up into individual tasks. Okay, so one example, I have a video here on YouTube that you can watch. I'll demo it for you in a minute. But here is a video of me demoing my program. So for my animated scene, I'm having the user determines where the sun is located and where the horizon line is and where the beach starts and stops. And then when they click, the sun sets. And so I also have some text instructions for them too. I will demo that for you now. So it says click for sun center, click for the horizon, twice for the click, twice for the beach. Make it a small beach. And then the sun sets, click once more to quit. So I had rectangles in there, I had a polygon in there, I had a circle in there, I had blue, yellow, beige for the sand, my 3 colors. The user is getting user clicks to determine the location of objects. So you can replicate this program and do a beach scene. You could do something totally different. I've had students do like a snowman, where they're placing like the eyes and the nose on it, and the animation is the snowman melting. Can really be anything that you want, as long as it meets those requirements. Here, just a little bit talking about text objects and for the instructions. This is going to be part of the user interface score. If there's no instructions telling them the user how to interact with your program, then you're not going to be in that top 9, 10 category for user interface. For legibility, just be sure, one thing to be sure of is to name the different shapes. So for that circle one, where it draws a sun, the variable is called sun, and it's equal to the circle object, etc. And when I get mouse clicks, using get mouse or check mouse, then I'm saving that point object where the click was located in a variable called click or mouse click. The other program you're going to do is this one. Everyone's going to do exactly the same. This one's called connect. Again, there's a video of it here. So they're going to click to add dots in this white area up top. And so these are going to be the vertices of a shape. And then when they're done, they click in the gray area and it draws a polygon using those points. Sets the fill, and then they click once more to quit. I'll show you that here. Oops. Click, click, triangle. Again. Click, do, do, do. Okay. So mine's using random color, draws every time. And so the requirements for that one are drawn here. It talks about polygon, telling you to use RGB, the color RGB function, and everyone's going to have these. So both these programs are relatively short, especially compared to some of the ones you've done, and hopefully a little bit easier. And that's what you're going to work on the rest of today and going forward. So in the agenda, here's today. Got another full day, and then here I'm going to write the same thing. You can work on your lab. This is after cumulatives begin. I'm hoping that you're done by the time cumulatives begin, so you don't have to worry about it when you're studying for your other exams. And then 2, like during these 2 extended class periods, you can dive in on another program. We've got a couple of options here: the tic-tac-toe program and Wheel of Fortune, and I'll run through these in one more video. Okay, good luck on the lab.